If you're doing transactions on the Ethereum blockchain, then you likely know that you have to pay gas to do any sort of transaction. Well, in this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to save on those gas fees, which is 3 simple tricks. Hi, I'm Grayson with Milk Road, where we make investing in crypto fun and easy. Let's go ahead and jump into the strategies to help you save on gas on your next Ethereum transaction. All right, the first strategy we're gonna use is we're gonna avoid doing transactions during peak hours. And I'm gonna show you exactly how we can figure out what peak hours are. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna head over to milkroad.com/Ethereum/gas and bookmark this page. What we're gonna use this for is this shows us what the cost of transactions has been on the Ethereum blockchain over the last 7 days. And you can see here currently a swap is about 38 cents, borrowing is about 32 cents, etc. And you can see that there's been spikes throughout the last week that have made making transactions significantly more expensive. And so what you can do is you can look at when gas costs are the lowest and make sure to do your transactions on those days. So one of the simplest ways you can do this is just make transactions on the weekends. Saturday and Sunday tend to be very low, but you can also see here that there's plenty of hours. The lighter this gets, the lower the gas fee. There's plenty of hours throughout the day that gas is not that high. At these times, this is when the most amount of transactions are happening on the network, and that's gonna cause congestion and cause your gas prices to go up. So make sure to bookmark this page and revisit it before you're gonna come do a transaction. Just make sure that your gas prices are not that high. Trick number 2 is changing this setting in your wallet before you do a transaction. So I'm gonna do a sample transaction over on Milk Road Swap and show you what you can change within your wallet to reduce the amount of gas that you pay doing an Ethereum transaction. So I'm gonna start by connecting my wallet using Rabby today. And you can see that I have a handful of tokens in here. So I'm just gonna put in a sample transaction and we can see what the settings are. Okay, so right before you complete your transaction, you're gonna have this confirmation page pop up from your wallet. And you can see down here how much gas you're going to approximately pay for that transaction. Now, fortunately, gas is very low right now. So even with it set to fast, we're only gonna pay about 11 cents for this transaction. But to get it even cheaper, if you click on fast and then change this to something lower, like let's say normal, you see it cut the gas price down to only 5 cents. So it cut the gas in half just by changing that. It's defaulting to fast, just change it to normal, and you're gonna save money on those transactions. Trick number 3 is using a layer 2 like Base or Arbitrum. So Ethereum mainnet is the layer 1, but there's other blockchains built on top of that that allow you to do transactions that are faster and cheaper. And it's just as easy to use a layer 2. Like if we look again here at Milk Road Swap, it defaults to Ethereum mainnet, but I can go in here and I can change this to Arbitrum, to Base, and I'm able to do the same transactions. I'm able to hold the same assets. I'm able to hold ETH, Bitcoin. I can exchange these tokens on Base or Arbitrum for much cheaper than on Ethereum mainnet. So I'll switch over to Base, put in a sample transaction. If I click swap, you can see even on the fast setting, my transaction costs are less than a penny. And if I switch this to normal, it's even lower. We're not even paying a penny per transaction. And that's on the Base blockchain. So switching to a layer 2 allows you to hold the exact same assets, or at least majority of the same assets, and you're only paying a fraction of the cost in gas. All right, before we wrap up, I wanna give you a bonus tip. And that is that when you're doing a transaction, gas is not the only fee that you pay. Chances are that swaps are gonna be the most common type of transaction that you do. And when you make those swaps, there's lots of places that you can make a swap, but there's gonna be platform fees that you need to pay depending on which platform you're using. So you might as well use a platform with incredibly low fees that's incredibly fast, and so you're paying the least amount of gas as well as the least amount of platform fee. What I recommend is using Milk Road Swap. If you scroll down here to the bottom, you can see a comparison between Uniswap, Coinbase, and Milk Road Swap. The platform fee is only 0.15%, which is less than Uniswap, which is less than Coinbase. And so you can ensure that you're gonna be paying the least amount in your platform fees as well as the least amount in gas. If you like this video, have questions, suggestions, want to see more tutorials like this, please leave me something in the comments. Let me know what we can do to help you out. If you haven't done it yet, head over to milkroad.com and subscribe to the newsletter. I guarantee you won't regret it. That's all for now. Catch you next time.